Sister wives bombshell. Janelle+Meri drag Kody into court, demand their property back in shocking legal showdown. Hello, friends. Welcome to the Daily Gossip News Update. I'm Olivia, and I hope you're well by God's grace. Please subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon for more updates. In a twist no one in the Sister Wives universe could have predicted, Janelle+Meri Brown have united, not as former sister wives but as powerful adversaries, dragging Kody Brown into court to reclaim what they say is rightfully theirs: their property, their dignity, and their independence. This dramatic turn of events has left fans, family members, and even Kody himself stunned as the legal battle unfolds in front of cameras and under the scrutiny of millions of viewers. This in-depth account dives into the courtroom drama, the motivations behind Janelle+Meri's joint effort, and the implications for the Brown family's already fragile dynamic. For years, viewers watched the Brown family navigate the complexities of plural marriage, religious doctrine, and shifting loyalties. But for Janelle+Meri, the past few seasons have been especially bitter. After enduring years of neglect and feeling marginalized in favor of Robyn, the final straw came when they discovered the details of Kody's alleged manipulation of the family's shared property on Coyote Pass. Court documents reveal that Janelle+Meri claim Kody misrepresented ownership stakes and attempted to coerce them into signing over their interests in the land to Robyn and himself. Janelle reportedly told close friends, "He thinks we're stupid. He thinks we'll just walk away because it's too hard to fight him. Well, not this time. This land means everything to me. I won't let him steal it for Robyn and leave me with nothing." Meri added, in a fiery confessional filmed before the hearing, "All these years I stood by him, even when he treated me like I didn't matter. I deserve what I've put into this family. I won't let him erase me from the story." In the weeks leading up to the court date, Janelle+Meri hired a legal team specializing in family property disputes and breach of fiduciary duty. The lawsuit accused Kody of improperly transferring family assets and withholding financial records from the ex-wives. On a brisk Thursday morning, cameras caught Janelle+Meri walking into the courthouse together, both dressed sharply and exuding quiet determination. Kody, by contrast, looked haggard and deeply frustrated as he arrived alone, wearing a wrinkled suit and avoiding reporters' questions. Court filings indicate the women are seeking return of their proportional ownership in Coyote Pass, compensation for years of contributions toward shared household expenses and land payments, legal fees, and punitive damages. Fans who saw the initial filings on social media exploded with reactions. Finally, they're standing up to him. Team Janelle+Meri. Kody's been digging this hole for years. Now he's gonna sit in it. As the hearing began, the courtroom buzzed with tension. The judge, a stern woman in her 50s, wasted no time establishing order. Janelle's attorney opened by laying out the timeline of financial transactions, presenting evidence that Kody funneled payments intended for shared property into accounts controlled solely by him and Robyn. "My client," the attorney declared, pointing to Janelle, "paid into this family fund for decades. She contributed equally, if not more than others, to the purchase and maintenance of this land. To be told now she has no legal claim is not only unconscionable, it's illegal." Meri's lawyer followed up, highlighting her unique position. Though she no longer lives with Kody and has been largely estranged, she was promised a stake in Coyote Pass as part of their spiritual marriage and family agreement. Kody's lawyer countered that there was no enforceable contract and that both women voluntarily left the family and therefore forfeited any claim to shared property. This assertion drew audible scoffs from the gallery. At one point, Janelle stood and addressed the judge directly. "Your Honor, if this man can take everything I worked for after 30 years of building a life and raising his children, then what was it all for? This was supposed to be a family, not a business deal where he walks away the winner and we walk away with nothing." The judge nodded, clearly moved by her statement. Kody himself was called to testify, and his demeanor was defensive and agitated from the start. He blamed the women for leaving the family and painted himself as the victim of a campaign to destroy his reputation. "These women left me when I was at my lowest," he said, his voice cracking at times. "They don't care about the family anymore. They just want to punish me for moving on." However, under cross-examination, he was forced to admit that he and Robyn had transferred a large portion of family funds into a trust bearing only their names. When pressed on why he did so without informing Janelle+Meri, he stumbled. I thought it was understood that Robyn and I were handling the financial planning." The judge raised an eyebrow. "Understood by whom, Mr. Brown?" "Certainly not by these plaintiffs." Perhaps the most emotional moments of the day came when the women testified about the sacrifices they made over decades to keep the family afloat. Meri recounted her loneliness after Kody moved into Robyn's home full-time, leaving her to feel abandoned in her own marriage. She detailed the countless times she'd worked extra hours, contributed her paychecks, and prioritized the family over herself. Janelle spoke passionately about how she'd lived in an RV on Coyote Pass for months to save money and remain close to the land she thought was partly hers. "That land was my dream," she told the court through tears. "I thought someday I'd build my own home there. Turns out it was never mine to begin with." Even Christine, though not part of the lawsuit, submitted a statement in support of her former sister wives, saying she witnessed similar behavior from Kody and warned him that it would come back to haunt him. Though Robyn was not named as a defendant, she attended the hearing and was seen whispering with Kody throughout the day. Her presence was a sore spot for Janelle+Meri, who have long accused her of being the favored wife and manipulator behind the scenes. Social media erupted over Robyn's appearance, with fans dubbing her the silent co-defendant and mocking her dramatic tissue dabbing in the courtroom gallery. Some observers even speculated that Robyn's own testimony might be demanded if the case goes to trial, forcing her to reveal what she knew about Kody's financial maneuvers. After hours of arguments, the judge decided to issue an interim order preventing Kody and Robyn from selling or transferring any part of the Coyote Pass property until the matter is resolved. In her remarks, the judge admonished all parties. "What I see here is a family torn apart not just by broken promises, but by a lack of transparency and trust. This court intends to ensure that everyone's rights are respected and that no one is taken advantage of simply because they lacked formal paperwork." This small victory was enough to bring a smile to Janelle's face as she and Meri left the courthouse together, heads held high. Following the hearing, Kody was photographed leaving alone, looking furious and refusing to answer questions. Reporters caught up with Janelle+Meri outside, where Janelle declared, "This isn't just about property. This is about accountability. We're not going to be silenced anymore." Meri added, "We gave everything to this family. If Kody thinks he can just erase us from the picture, he's dead wrong." Fans on social media rallied behind them, with hashtags like, even some of Kody's children weighed in on Instagram and TikTok, expressing support for their mothers and calling out Kody for his treatment of them. Legal experts say the case could take months or even years to resolve if it goes to trial. There are also rumors of potential criminal investigations if evidence of fraud or financial mismanagement surfaces. Kody has remained publicly defiant, posting cryptic messages on social media about betrayal and keeping the faith, while Robyn has stayed silent, appearing in paparazzi photos looking distraught. Meanwhile, Janelle+Meri have reportedly begun exploring the idea of starting a business together, possibly a wellness retreat or a line of home goods, to fund their legal battle and demonstrate their independence. For Janelle+Meri, this courtroom showdown represents more than just property. It's the culmination of years of frustration, pain, and determination to reclaim their lives. Win or lose, they've already won something priceless: their voices. As Janelle eloquently said outside the courthouse, "We came into this family thinking it was forever. But forever shouldn't mean giving up your dreams and letting someone else write your story. Today we're taking our story back." And with that, the women walked away, side by side, toward an uncertain but hopeful future, while Kody stood behind them, visibly shaken, watching everything he built begin to crumble. The Brown family saga has always been more than just a TV show. It's been a window into the complexities of love, faith, and family in extraordinary circumstances. But this latest chapter raises deeper questions. At what point does loyalty become self-betrayal? How much is too much to sacrifice for someone who won't meet you halfway? And can justice ever truly repair the wounds of a broken heart? For Janelle and Meri, the answers lie not just in the courtroom, but in their newfound sense of self. And as they prepare for the next battle, they carry with them the hopes and cheers of countless fans who see in their fight a reflection of their own struggles. The cameras will no doubt keep rolling, capturing every twist and turn of this high-stakes legal drama. But one thing is certain: the tide has turned, and the women who once stood in Kody's shadow are now standing firmly in the light, together. Sister wives. Christine gave Kody money, loyalty, and love, but got only heartbreak in return. Kody Brown spent decades of her life believing in the dream of a plural family. She believed in Kody. She believed in love. She believed in their shared spiritual path. But what happens when belief becomes a burden? For Sister Wives fans who followed her journey from bright-eyed newlywed to tearful and resolute ex-wife, the truth has become painfully clear. Christine gave Kody everything, including tens of thousands of dollars, but never got respect, love, or the partnership she deserved. This article explores Christine's quiet sacrifices, the financial and emotional costs of loving someone who wouldn't love her back, and how she finally found the courage to leave. When Christine joined the Brown family as Kody's third wife in 1994, she was radiant with joy. "I wanted to be part of something bigger than myself," she explained in early episodes of Sister Wives. "I thought being in a plural marriage meant we'd all support each other, love each other equally, and raise our children together in harmony." For years, Christine was the family sunshine. She cooked giant dinners, organized holidays, taught the kids, and offered a shoulder for everyone to lean on. When Janelle worked full-time, Christine stayed home to care for all the children, not just her own, but Meri's and Janelle's, too. Behind her bright smile, though, Christine was already giving more than anyone realized. The family from state to state, Christine quietly shouldered much of the family's expenses. She took on side gigs, selling jewelry, running craft sales, and later selling LuLaRoe clothing, not just for her own kids, but to help pay the mortgage, utilities, and groceries for everyone. "When the family needed money, I found it," she confessed years later. "Even if it meant selling my own things, even if it meant going without." Family friends revealed that Christine even cashed out a small inheritance to help Kody make a down payment on a home. "I didn't think twice," she said. "He asked and I gave." When the family bought land in Coyote Pass, Christine contributed thousands of dollars from her business profits toward the purchase, money she thought would secure her future. All the while, Christine kept waiting for Kody to notice. "I thought he'd see me working so hard, loving him so much, and he'd come back to me," she admitted through tears in one heartbreaking episode. Instead, the more Christine gave, the further Kody drifted away. He spent more nights at Robyn's house. He stopped holding Christine's hand in public. He dismissed her opinions in family meetings. "I didn't feel like his wife anymore," Christine said. "I felt like a servant, or worse, invisible." On camera, Kody sometimes ridiculed Christine's feelings, calling her dramatic or selfish when she expressed hurt. One infamous moment came when Christine tried to discuss the intimacy in their marriage, and Kody coldly declared, "I'm just not attracted to you anymore." Fans watching at home were horrified. Social media erupted with outrage. "She raised his kids, gave him her life, her money, and he says that." Christine, however, simply smiled through tears and replied, "Okay, thanks for being honest." But inside, she was crushed. During the family's move to Flagstaff and the purchase of the Coyote Pass land, Christine began noticing alarming patterns in how the money was being handled. According to sources close to her, she discovered that much of the money she had given for the land and taxes was being funneled into accounts controlled by Kody and Robyn, not the entire family. When Christine confronted Kody about this, she says he dismissed her concerns. "He told me not to worry about it, that he was taking care of it," she recalled. "But how could I not worry? That was my money, my kids' future." Even worse, she learned that the house Robyn was living in was purchased outright, while Christine had no home of her own and was still expected to contribute financially. That was when something inside Christine snapped. Christine started quietly meeting with the financial planner and attorney. I wanted to know what my rights were, she explained. I wanted to know if I could get back any of the money I'd given him over the years. I wanted to know if I'd even have enough to support myself. She began saving whatever money she could, selling off extra inventory from her clothing business, and hiding cash away. At night, she'd lie awake thinking, how did I get here? How did I give so much and end up with nothing? But slowly, she realized she still had herself. And she still had her children. In a tense conversation filmed for the show, Christine finally confronted Kody about their failing marriage and her contributions. I gave you my heart, my soul, my youth, and my money, she told him. And you gave me nothing in return. Not love. Not respect. Not even honesty. Kody stood silent for a long moment before muttering something about how Christine had given up on the family. Christine shook her head and replied, No. You gave up on me a long time ago. Packing her things into boxes, Christine felt a mixture of grief and relief. I thought I'd be devastated, she admitted. But once I started putting my things in the car, I just felt free. She left the house she'd shared with the family for years, left the land she'd helped pay for but never owned, and drove to Utah to start fresh. Her children stood by her side, many of them expressing relief that she was finally choosing herself. Fans around the world cheered her on, with hashtags like, In the months after leaving, Christine began to thrive. She bought her own home in her name. She started her own business ventures and kept the profits for herself. She traveled, laughed, and even started dating again. I didn't realize how heavy it all was until I set it down, she said, smiling. Now I feel light. I feel happy. Though the financial losses she suffered could never fully be recovered, Christine no longer cared. You can't put a price on peace, she explained. And now I have mine. Christine's story resonated with millions because it's universal, giving too much to someone who gives you nothing back. She now uses her platform to advocate for women to protect their financial independence, even in marriage. Don't just trust someone because they say they love you, she warns. Get it in writing. Make sure you have your own account. Make sure you can stand on your own if you need to. Looking back, Christine doesn't regret giving her love, but she does regret giving so much of her money and power away. I thought if I just kept giving, he'd eventually see me, love me, choose me, she reflects. But now I know, the right person will never make you beg for their love. The right person won't take without giving anything back. And as she builds her new life, one step at a time, Christine carries with her a simple truth. I deserve better. We all do.